There we go.
South Squad Society. Triple S.
Triple S, baby.
You guys look dangerous. Eh?
Wait, what's this that? Why do we look dangerous? Why you say that? Why you say that? Why you say that?
You look so dangerous. See that mic in front of you?
Yeah.
It looks like you just want to devour it.
You know what? My real name, my name,
yeah,
is actually MGL the Specialist. Stands for Mike Gauthier Lamphal. Mike. So every time I get on the mic, I do want to devour it. Whether it's presenting, whether it's rapping, whether it's you name it. I'm glad that you saw that.
I saw it, and I'm so happy that I saw it. Yeah. Now, why the name South Squad Society?
Oh, I'm gonna take that, Dice Killer. I'm gonna take that. I'm actually the leader of South Squad Society Triple S, and why I started South Squad Society, I realized one thing. I love England Vesta Extension 4. I'm gonna put my address out there, not the but. Don't come check me out.
If there are other gangsters that are looking for other gangsters,
nah, they're gonna protect me. South Squad roll is South Squad. You know what it is. So I've been living in Johannesburg for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I've always seen things happening in the north. I'm always at Northcliffe, I'm always in Sandton, Fourways, Dainfern. When I teach, I'm that side. When I do music, I'm that side. When I go to an event or a party, I'm that side.
So basically you're telling us you're multi-talented.
I am very multi-talented. Presenter, voiceover artist, recording artist, musician, you can name it, dancer, choreographer.
Okay, there's something I want to grab, right?
There we go.
Can you say your name, right?
My name?
And chilling with Mr. Stan and Vision at VMC Planet Radio on 2nd to none.
Right, it is MGL the Specialist, Heatwave, baby. We at VMC Planet Radio Beyond Tomorrow, chilling with Mr. Stan, 2nd to none.
And Vision.
And Vision, obviously and Vision. Come on, we can't leave Vision now, come on. Sorry, Vision, we can't leave Vision. My bad.
That was nice.
Now, okay, all right. Now, how is his MG's leadership?
MG's leadership is very, how can I say, he portrays the characteristics of a leader, is what I'm trying to say. Because this guy, like, when I had met him, I was still in high school, right? So for me...
So are you not in high school? You look like you're still in high
school. The patient is still coming.
Yeah. Young, man, young face.
Yeah. Now, I'm young, I'm actually 20 years old, right? So when I was in high school, so I was still like writing some rhymes and doing a few things, right? And he was doing presenting. He was presenting at our school for these colleges and universities for young kids to come up. So he had noticed me and he was like, yo, you're writing some rhymes. And from there, we just kicked it because we just had an organic relationship. But how I noticed his leadership skills was the way he had stood up, the charisma. He was never scared to stand in front of people. He was never scared to dance, to be himself, whether you judge him or not.
Mr. Stan, life is short.
I want to say something,
Life is short.
Because I always listen very attentively,
Yeah.
Okay, where are you from?
Yo, before the show even started, I'm gonna put it out there. Mr. Stan called us, where the camera at? Mr. Stan called us Model C's. What makes us Model C's?
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Me?
Yeah, specifically.
I'm from Mobati.
Did you hear that?
Mobati.
He doesn't come from Malbatten, right?
Mobati.
So you know what? You see, he used No, let me not say all the words. He used the word. He used the word organic.
Organic.
Vision will say organic.
Organic.
So he said organic.
I'm gonna start here.
Emphasize. Emphasis.
So there's a lot of synergy in the group.
Now, where are the rest of the guys?
I'm gonna just answer that question right now, Mr. Stan. I just want to tell with Vision, there is a lot of synergy, but you actually won't believe I've actually known my lady here for like a year.
Yeah.
And we've just been chilling together, making music, playing soccer. being at the crib, doing brides, meeting the family. I met his parents, I spoke to his parents. So when you say synergy, some people might think it's 10 years in the game or 10 years together, but it's actually literally a year.
Yeah.
Now the youngest in the group, how old is he?
Yeah, I think this is the youngest.
He's
you wait, how old Taste now? Taste 20?
Taste 20.
You just turned 20.
I'm 20.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are the youngest.
Yeah.
Is he older than you?
No, he's a baby. That's his little bro. He's a baby. We're still gonna introduce him into the game. He raps too.
Oh,
So he's not part.
Yeah, he's not part of Triple S yet.
You know what's
We're
happening?
still gonna indict him.
Ansiraj.
Oh.
Ansiraj.
Tell me, I don't know, but let me understand this thing. Because you see, Vision went out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he went out, I saw two guys with like shades. They came and then they looked through this window
Yeah.
and then they went out. Are they with you?
No. Actually, we didn't even see them.
They wouldn't reveal that.
No,
Unfortunately.
They weren't with them.
Oh.
I literally had to go fetch Triple S outside.
You know.
Oh, okay. Okay, that is settled.
So that's fine.
No, it scared me a little bit because look, I was alone when Vision went out.
Yeah.
So I thought,
You know about just like to get them, like the way they came, I was like, oh, guys, you close. And then when I saw them, I was like, okay, it's a good thing.
Oh,
okay,
You know,
okay.
it's a good thing I got them. You know,
Yeah.
Triple S is here.
Yeah.
And just so you can know the formalities, Mr. Stan, Dash Triller and I actually met. I think it was 6-7 years ago.
Ooh.
My first
History.
ever like type of gig. And
Is
it was
it?
gay. The first ever gig that we both had in the South.
Yeah.
so okay, is he colored?
You see, that's another
I get a lot of that.
He gets a lot of that until he gives you his real name. What's your name? Vuyu. Like,
But why do you smile like a color?
Yo, bro, Mr. Stan, it's funny that you say that because my lady says the same thing and the squad says the same thing. That we see this colored thing in
That's
Dice.
mine. You've got that colored like smile.
and then the name is Dice Triller. It's
Dice Triller. Dice.
Exactly.
Because you see, you know what is the reason why I was a bit scared, to be very next to you. I was thinking, yes, I may steer.
Still go, baby. Still.
Okay, now let's.
I can give you the information on that. Sorry to just step on.
You wanted to say the 419, right?
Yeah,
419, 411.
I was gonna give you a little bit of that. So, my dad, right? He's mixed.
Yeah.
So my dad's father was Xhosa. Yeah? I don't know if I said that.
Is gone?
Yeah, he passed away.
Okay.
So this was very long ago.
Rest in peace. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And then
right.
my granny, which is my dad's mother, is colored.
Oh, yeah.
So that whole mix, and you know how it
So
was.
you've got some white blood in you, eh?
I don't know, man.
No, you just explained.
You know?
Yeah,
Most probably.
Yeah.
Most probably.
Okay.
Yeah. But my mother right now, my current mother, is Zulu. And then my current
Wait,
father is
Current man.
Karen.
That's-
Do you change your parents?
that's a funny way of putting it. I will agree with that. JJ.
Yeah, like, do you change them? Like you just wake up in the morning, I want an Asian mom and like a European dad. Like I'm not having this. And then all of a sudden the next day, my dad, when I wake up, he better be talking. Like he better be. And my mom, I dare you, I wake up
Oh my
Brazilian
God.
right now.
No, don't worry. We're not like
On you anything.
But it's just this is second to none show, right?
Yeah.
There's not too many restrictions. That's a freedom that we have.
I love that.
I'm most definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So your mother is Zulu.
Yeah.
So you're actually diverse.
Basically.
Okay, he was impressed with your rhyme schemes, right?
Yeah.
And all of those things. And then you formed the group, right?
Yeah.
Now you were explaining about starting a group.
Yeah.
Right, I interjected because
100%.
because there was just something that interested me in
Yeah.
you. Now, tell us about yourself now.
About myself. Ooh. Mr. Stan, you got 2 hours with you. You got 5 hours. I won't say my name, but I've done a lot. Briefly, synopsis. I'll give you a synopsis.
Briefly, you know why? So that it comes to the point where you even started the group.
Okay, cool, perfectly. So I've done a lot of things in my life. I studied BCom Economics back in UNISA, graduated, got my degree, worked for a bank. I won't say which bank it is, but I worked for a bank for like a year and a half. I did promotions, I did marketing, I did waitering, I'm from Secunda, Mpumalanga originally. Moved to Rustenburg for like a year and a half. Came to Joburg. Actually joined a dance crew. Shout out to them. I won't say their name as well, not to put them in the limelight. I won't say their name. But back in the East, that's why you see what I'm saying. Everything's happening in the North and the East.
Yeah, true.
You see? So there was a squad in the East. I joined them. Got lost a couple of times. I was taking taxis. And I joined them. I stayed with them for 6 years, 7 years. We did a lot of great things. Shout out to them. Then I started my own crew. And I'm like, you know what? I want to push more. I want to be a choreographer. I want to be in the limelight. I want to do this and that. So I started Creed, which became Creed Entertainment. Shout out to Big D. Shout out to Chain. Shout out to Mega Blaze. Shout out to Theo, Mr. Socks. That's my management team.
Okay.
That has been 7 years running.
Okay.
So from dancing, doing choreography, traveling the world, going to New York, San Diego, Arizona, Germany, Australia, Sydney, Scotland, Glasgow, everywhere. I've been all over the spot.
Okay.
And then from then I'm like, you know what? Everybody's telling me I've got this dope, sexy voice. From dope, sexy voice.
Okay.
And I never realized it.
For the first time in this show and in this radio station,
A man. I'm just gonna say a man.
Yeah.
And then you say the
and
rest.
then he says, dope, sexy voice.
You just put the
it's
ASAP Rocky on us.
So for now, for this labels, I'm gonna call you DSV. Right?
DSV, alright, cool. Dope, sexy voice, he-wave, baby in the building.
Yeah.
So that's what started happening. Started the squad, started traveling, and I'm like, everybody's saying this guy's got a deep, sexy voice. He should be on radio. But the reason I didn't want to be on radio per se is because lots of people were giving me negative feedback. I went for a bit of training, and they were like, you know what? If you stay in the radio space, you're not going to be like DJ Fresh. You're not going to be like Gareth Cliff. Those guys are making big bucks. You're going to be down there. When you start an online or you go to YFM deep down, what do they call it? The shady lurker, when you start at 12 p.m., the midnight session.
Yeah.
You know that time. The graveyard shift. There we go. And you're getting paid a young 5K, 6K. You never elevate this and that. That kind of scared me a little bit. I'm like, I've got all this talent. Am I going to hold myself accountable to be somewhere all the time doing the same stuff, blah, 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 whatever the case may be.
Let's then give advice.
Yes.
I like, there's always going to be a question. You see, all of the questions that I think, let me just even
write them down. Or you're going to put the book down.
The book is gone.
The book is
It's
gone.
real now.
I've never asked you any question that is written.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, but I don't think I'll ask, because you see, in most cases, our questions are dependent on what
You say.
your response is.
100%.
And then there are other questions that we have crafted. We think they're not gonna appropriate.
Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna ask other questions. Now let's give advices to young people who are being told what you were told.
Oh, I'm gonna say first and foremost, do your research. Speak to people in the industry, because the industry we are all in, it's the entertainment industry, it's a whole umbrella. Whether you're in radio, music, dance, you name it, it's a whole umbrella. Speak to the industry leaders, research, because you could be scared to doing something you could be the greatest at, So make sure you do your research. I think I didn't do my research because I kind of like feared a little bit, because when you're on radio or even on TV and you mumble, you mess up. Like even when I present to the kid, and kids are scary these days. You mess up, they laughing at you forever.
When I was
they even give you a name.
Yeah,
for
they
it.
give you a name for it.
When I was young, right? I remember if you laugh at an elderly person, you are in trouble. Even if you laugh at that elderly person in his absence, you still in trouble.
But what you see now, what happens is that when you fumble, the kids got their videos out. Your WhatsApp status.
It's up on YouTube already.
So I like that advice. But can I add on to that advice?
Please do, Mr. Stan.
Because you see, me and Vision here, we're not looking to become like DJ Fresh.
Okay.
We don't want to be like Gareth Cliff. We don't want to be like anybody else.
Yeah.
But we want to be ourselves.
Amen.
Because if we set our bar up to that point, that person would have moved
already,
and will always be at the
following,
tail end.
I like that.
You get my point. So for us, we want, if somebody wants to be like us, it's fine. But we don't think You know, we think we're very cool, right?
I think you guys are cool. Shout out, yeah.
I don't think I'm cool. No, I'm a Gandhis. That's beyond cool.
Magandhi.
Oh,
Okay,
I like that.
Magandhi, and you see the feedbacks that I got from people with regard to him. They say he's cool. I just didn't want to say because I don't want his head to swell.
To get bigger, yeah.
To swell. But you see, because there are people out there, right, that have gone through your experience,
100%.
and then it killed them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you dream, you don't want to get to a point where you say, if I get here, then I'm fine.
Yeah.
You must soar. You must fly.
You must keep elevating.
You must fly and do what you are supposed to do. So you also said something very interesting. I cannot dance, right?
Okay.
But some people say if you can walk, you can dance. If you can talk, you can sing.
It's just how good you can. It's true. It's true. Even if you got a voice, you can sing. You can sing. I mean, we got a lot of trap rappers out there that are singing.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
And just to add on that, we all know him, and I just love using him as reference when it comes to that. Kanye West.
Yes.
He said he was told not to sing.
Not to sing.
And when he sang, and they asked him, "Why did you sing?" Because I want to.
Because I wanted. Even Eminem sang in his songs. You know what I'm saying?
You know. I'm gonna tell you something with regard to that because this is gonna help somebody out there.
Sure.
Right? I know for a fact, there are those people, and I think I'm like that in a way, right?
Yeah.
Where if somebody says I cannot be able to do anything, that's when I want to do.
Amen to that.
You understand?
Yeah.
The only problem is that if you, for instance, want to do something to prove a point,
Yeah.
and you disappoint yourself, then it kills you.
The 100%.
Do you understand? But if you do and you fail, the best thing is to try.
You tried, yes.
Because somebody once said, in fact, I think it was Denzel Washington, says if you want to achieve something, do something that you've never done before. You get the point. So you might be doing something. I mean, if Edison can flop like 999 times or 1,000 times, and he gets
Thomas Edison.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that story too. I did my research
and he gets it
on the 1,000th time.
on the 1,000 on the 1,001 time.
Yeah, 1,001. Yeah.
Why can't you do something?
I think it's fair, Mr. Stan. The life I think that lots of the youth are living now, it's we fear. That's why everything we do is we post on social media. We look like we're happy, we look like we're having a great time. Like we fear of what other people judging us or saying about us.
Yesterday I had a conversation with someone, shout out Free Servant. He said to me, when it comes to a dream or something that you're aiming for, and you put the word commitment to it, then you don't say it anymore.
Yeah.
You live it.
Oh,
in other words,
I like that.
That's profound.
Yes,
That's
he
very
says you don't say it anymore.
profound.
You live it.
Oh, okay.
He says since you're talking to rappers, he says so if there's a song you're writing, and the song is about, I'm just gonna use a cliche, money for instance.
Yeah.
And your direct approach is not about how you want to get money or how you want to spend money, but how money takes over the world. It doesn't. He says this is what you do. You don't look at money anymore because that's the concept you're done.
Yeah.
Then you look at how money is used. Then you write about what's the difference between money and using. Then you write about the world. And then if there's some people that you want in your group to help you with it, this is still with commitment. And maybe I call Dice for instance. Yo, Dice, we're going to the studio at 10 o'clock. And Dice at 10 is like, I'm still chilling with my family
There's no
or my
commitment,
friends or what's not. Then you don't wait for Dice, you leave it.
Yeah.
Then when Dice meets you the next time, like, yo, when we're doing that track, he's like, your level of commitment was never there.
Ooh.
So I didn't do the track. I recorded, I finished it, and your space is still there for another project. Maybe you'll be committed
For this one.
for your time.
Oh.
The thing with commitment is dreams. Remember we dream and want to share our dreams with other people.
100%.
But guess what's the biggest thing? You sleep alone.
Oh.
Welcome back. It's VMC Planet Radio. It's with Mr.
Stan and the boy, the visionary vision Macandis.
You know, we're chilling with the squad, right?
Yeah, the south side.
Yeah. Now,
Triple S.
Triple S. Now, you have told us about Triple S, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know, with regard to Triple S, which is a squad. You know what is the interesting thing about a squad or something, it has to have a leader.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll fail.
Otherwise, you will fail. And as a leader, you also get feedbacks from your members
Of your squad.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Now, how much of a Democrat are you? Because you see, it's good to be democratic, right? But there are times where you need to be very assertive.
You know what I'm going to say about that, Mr. Stan?
Yes.
I'm not democratic, I'm diplomatic. That's what I'm going to say. You know why? Because the term democracy in the dictionary means a different thing to what we living as democracy. And I'm going to put that, not throwing shade on any politician. I don't want to bring that into my sphere or anything. I'm just saying that we've made to believe that democracy is you go, you vote, you want this leader in charge. But that never happens because you got to realize that politics or politicians, it's a big game. It's all a game.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
All right, but let's
So
let's
that's
go
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
answer.
I'm not democratic.
Let's go
I'm
to the answer
diplomatic.
then.
That's the answer.
And then remember the question was divided into two parts. And
Okay.
I spoke about being assertive as well.
Yes. Okay. So I'm diplomatic in the terms that I can get criticism from my young ones.
Yeah.
I can get leadership from my young ones. That's
Okay.
good being a leader because you're learning as well. You never stop learning.
Do you think the answer that you've given now will influence the answer to the question I'm going to ask him now?
Ask him. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
How much of a follower are you?
For me, to be honest, I humble myself. To be honest, I humble myself. Yes, I know as males in general, we always talk about this, is that we have this dominant thing, and being black, it's also one of those things where they teach you to not be a softie or
Or push over, yeah.
Those type of things is
Yeah.
that you learn, right? So for me, yes, I might have a big head, I might want to be a leader and whatever, and I do believe that I do have some traits, but I do humble myself when it comes to
Okay, all right. Because I asked that question purposely because I wanted to ask a follow-up question.
Which is?
Mr. Stan's on fire today, eh?
No, I'm always on fire.
Okay. Oh, pa, 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 oh my God.
From the hips. Yeah. Now, the question that I'm going to ask it's with regard to that.
Yeah.
Now, how do you then resolve your issues where you see is now leading you astray?
To be honest, right?
Yeah.
I don't want anybody in the crew to think we've planned it out or some sort, or we're trying to shift the gang, but I know that I do come second in command, but not to say that I hold up that position, but it's because I've started with him first before we had formed the group together. So if I feel like no, he's taking the wrong direction, then I come in and I intervene and we speak about it. I speak about it before I can raise the issue before. But if I feel that he's not doing it his way, then I honestly just take it into my own.
Which is very good. In fact, you said something which is very critical, which is very key. And what you said now is something that starts wars and ends wars.
Yes.
True. I mean, coming to you and then speaking to you about it, and then what if he just feels like I still want to carry on? And then when you see still wrong, you're like, you know what? Let me let you do it, but let me also change it. Because the part where you just jump in and intervene could cause a rift.
Yeah, exactly. So, but effectively, what we're saying is that communication
is
key.
Yeah, in each and every aspect of our life. But you also seems like a very reserved, but you are a communicator. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, listening to how you respond to actually questions,
He's been trained. He's been set down.
No, he's the funny thing about Nice Chill is that, oh man, we talk a lot. Like you could come to I could even go to his crib because it's down the road, and I could just be, maybe I did something, I ran some errands, and I'm like, hey boy, I'm at your crib, like let's chill. He'll come out, we'll sit outside his crib talking for hours, and he'll tell me, bro, the EP, this direction, I'm glad you like it, but let's do this song, let's move this here.
Okay.
Yeah, he's vocal. He'll tell you. He'll let me know.
All right. Now, at 20, right?
Yeah.
You're starting to see life differently, right? Now, there are certain types of women
My boy.
That you might prefer, that you might prefer, and those that you might prefer. Do you ever have that type of communication with him?
To be honest, yes, we do.
A lot. You can just see he's not even.
We do. But to be honest with you, right, Mr. Stan, is that I want to be honest with you, right? So for me, all my life, I've always known and put myself in that category of I'm an outcast. Why do I say that? Is because I could never just fit in with a particular group. You know, even when they say, like, example, before we started the interview, we spoke about Model C's, is that people, they portray things and see things by just how they view people, right? So for me, I could never be that type of person. And that's why for me, I can be honest with you and speak and say that most of my friends are much older than me.
What is your other name? Like your
government name.
No.
ID name.
No, not ID name. I'm talking about the name that people give you without you knowing. I don't want to say nickname.
You know, like the tall guy just becomes Jovi.
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah. What is that name? Because I'm about to give you a name.
I don't really have one. They've always called me Dice, which is my artist name.
Yeah, because I was gonna call you to be honest.
Oh, to be honest. Oh, TBH.
Yeah, because you see, because you see, you are true, but you said to be honest like 5 times in one response.
Just to confirm it in your mind.
Yeah,
I want to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now the music that you guys do, we're going to play, and then you can hear there's a beat on the background, right?
Yeah.
Now, what we're gonna do right at about 5 minutes to, not 5 minutes to 10 to, before we leave.
Yeah.
We're going to introduce ciphers. We're gonna freestyle, and we're gonna use this beat.
Play it again.
Right. So this is the beat that we're going to use.
Yeah.
Are you up to the task?
Always born ready. Born ready. That's why I wanted even to say
go
like
back to what I said about 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
like
The gig I went to, my songs were not mastered, Mr. Stan. This was way back. So I was young, didn't know about mastering. 2, the songs I brought, they didn't have an aux cable to let us play. They only used USB there.
Okay.
So we're like,
And
oh
this-
my gosh. 3, I ended up being in a cypher battle, and I wasn't there to battle. I was there to perform, so we're in a cypher battle. Ironically, Dice didn't even come with a prepared verse that day. Out of his whole squad, there was one guy who came with a prepared verse, and I was like, oh, these kids are dope. And then Dice just freestyle for us. And that's how I know that
I like.
we can let him cypher.
Now, I want us to talk about, you see, 2 concepts, and we've never spoken about this in this show, right?
Oh, that's cool.
And this is my view, right? It's not VMC's view, but this view is also this show's view as well, right?
Okay.
Me and Vigil, we subscribe to that, right? We don't like mindless rap.
yeah, whoa.
You get the point?
Yeah.
And most of the traps that are out there, they are there to make money, right?
Yeah.
True.
But you do have those that they will make money today. And I'm sure if I were to be the one on the song, I think 25, right? Like 5 years from now, I will be embarrassed to listen to myself.
I think of it differently because of Mr. Stan. I've been listening to like a few of these artists, as you say, right?
Yeah.
But then you go to the past tapes they've done. Do you know 5 years ago they used to do the same thing and it's blowing up now?
Yeah.
And when you
It
listen to what
happens.
happened 5 years ago, you
Yeah.
prefer what's happening now. Because
Yeah.
5 years ago was worse.
Yeah.
For some. And then some of them you're happy what was 5 years ago and wonder why didn't you just bring it this time?
Yeah.
I had a debate and someone said Future found his sound and I was like, no, that's not Future.
Yeah.
I know
Future, yeah.
Future has worked with Drake,
Yeah.
the Ace Hood Future, the Rick Ross Future,
Yeah.
the Future who gave us hooks on anybody's song.
Yeah.
We were like, thank you, Future.
That's high.
Then the same Future who gave you Magic with T.I. And you're like, voila, magic, voila.
Yeah.
Now
So-
this Future is more like, what did you say? 100,000 cheapest ring on the nigga finger a little bit. Whoa. And you're like, that's nice. But you can't say that like 10
It's
times.
the
Also.
same, yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's why I'm saying we might be holding a slightly different
Yeah.
view on that, right?
Yeah.
But we are basically saying the same thing
Mindless rap,
because
no.
my mindless rap. You know, you can have it, you know, because some of these trap sounds, I'm talking
Yes.
about the sounds.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of tweaking and all of those things when when they were created, right? And one person can go and mess it up with one profanity, two with things that you don't even know. Because you see, what you make people consume out there can be very negative to you as well.
True.
You understand? So people will start to see you as MG.
Albert Specialist, E-Way, baby.
Is a flop now, or something, because you see, you don't even know that there is a kid right there who looks up to you.
That's true.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I don't think you want to mess the
Not at all,
because
not at all.
because I wouldn't prefer my son to be listening to most of those songs that are degrading women, misogynistic, and that are, I don't know, promoting even violence and all of those things.
Drug use as well.
You understand?
Yeah.
What is that song? I'm in love with the is it Gogo? What?
Coco.
Yes,
Yeah. That song was a hit.
Yeah.
You understand? But it was a hit during that time. Is it still a hit?
Oh, when you talk about when you talk about OT Genesis history, you can count Coco as a hit. The only problem is now
There's nothing after
there's
that.
this new kids.
That is all it
You
is.
understand? I'm saying. You see. There's a conversation that I had with Vision, right?
Yeah.
Where it involved like the old G's of music, if they were still there.
Yeah.
What is it that would be happening now? We're not gonna mention. We're not gonna
Yeah.
mention it because that demise also assisted other people as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To
A lot.
to blow up. Okay, which is fine. Okay, that session is over.
Sorry, Mr. Stack.
Yeah.
Can I just add on to that? So I wanna intervene into this conversation.
Right,
Actually,
right,
just
right.
add my input.
Okay.
So me being at the age that I'm at, you'll be so surprised at what I listen to, and he's also surprised because when he goes through some stuff, he takes some music from me. So for me, what I wanna always just speak on and say is that people have their stories. Everybody has their own story, you know. And for me, there's a difference between an OG, an old head, and these young boys.
Okay.
Always.
Thank you for that. But what is hip hop for you?
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop is a culture. It's a movement.
Okay.
It's not just music. Hip hop is music. The way we speak, the way you portray yourself. It's
Fashion.
about poetry. It's about
Self-knowledge.
dancing.
This was not a tricky question at all, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm asking that question.
Yeah.
Because of what he said when he started. So because I wanted to see if you understand it, what is it that you are doing about this particular culture yourself, besides music?
So for me, what I'm doing is I'm making sure I tell my story and I tell the stories of others that don't have the voice to tell.
And then,
themselves.
and then besides telling the story,
Stories,
this
whatever.
culture in itself,
Fine.
you said something very interesting. It's just that we were off air, and I would have wanted people to have listened, because you said something that is embedded in people. So if something is embedded in you, you become it.
Yeah.
And then you live it. So he was talking about the culture that has fashion, that have street, that has self-knowledge and all of those. In fact, I was trying to actually get to the point. But it's 17:32. You know, when you speak to these guys, the time moves.
I didn't expect it to move so quick.
Yeah, it's moving so fast. So
Sometime.
we are gonna pay some bills, right?
And then after that, what's the first song we playing from you guys?
Yeah.
I think let's play South.
Let's play South.
South is gonna be dropping on our EP, on our mixtape actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then after South, one of our boys, R.I.P. to him.
R.I.P. Neon.
He committed suicide.
So we just want to
these young
play a
boys.
tribute song. So it was on.
Yeah, he was definitely.
Yeah.
Now, the song, right? I want to know how when it was conceived, right?
Yeah.
And what was going through your mind? What made you do that?
You wanna go first?
Yeah,
Go for it, go for it.
All right, so what had happened is, shout out Miss, he's our producer all the way from
The South,
Investor 2.
Yeah.
So basically before we had met with him, initially he's on the way to the UK, so we got accepted to a sound engineering school. But anyway, shout out to him. So before that, we wanted to make sure we completed as much music with it. So one day we just pulled up to him, we went to a studio session, and what we had thought about is that all these guys, they're always making music, and it's always about just content that you can just hear from any other artist. You can't relate, you know what I'm saying? So for us, we were like, no man, let's talk about our environment. Let's talk about where we grew up. Let's talk about our situations. And that's why the chorus says cruising down the South Lane. Club River Drive, which is a very famous. And then we say there is Pick and Pay, because Pick and Pay, that's one of the biggest Pick and Pays. People
just renovated.
Okay. I think I misunderstood that line. Okay.
No, but you might have, because there's a double entendre there. You might be onto something.
No, okay.
Yeah, you might be. Yeah, I know what you get. I think we are the same, because we're on
How do you explain the double entendre?
I see he's on that.
Yeah. Okay. And then.
But it's a conversation for another.
No, it's just a conversation. No, because it might sound a bit controversial as well.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about your verse, right?
Yeah.
You bigging up because there's Tabayabatuana there.
Yeah.
And the road obviously he has already.
100%. Yeah.
He has already mentioned. And now, what is the connection with the shorty on the top?
With the shorty, as in the girl, on the bed. So in the South, many people think the mad parties happens in the North. Man, the South is crazy. When I say South, I'm talking about all South. We're talking about from Tokoza, Southeast to Soweto to Innerdale. So when we get together, we don't need an expensive crib. You don't need expensive food. Like when we party,
what is the reference though?
Okay, the reference was in terms of we want our music to get played out there, but we're gonna get a little bit famous, and girls are gonna come up to you. So if you listen closely to the song, it says "Shorty's on top of the bed," and then I say where. So I'm asking the question, where are they? Because we're about to rise up. Then I'm like, let me put my music in your head instead. So listen to my track. I want you, because what is the biggest fan base that any artist has? It's ladies. It's female.
I was about to say
No. I understand the female part, right? But there was a specific reason why I was asking that question. Because it also relates to that Pick and Pay.
Okay. You see, I knew we were thinking the same way.
No. That's why I was saying the connection. But I want to invite you.
Yeah.
You see, this is what we do in this show, right?
Okay.
Normally, right at the end of the month, right?
Yeah.
At the end of each month. We have a roundtable discussion.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna invite you when we also have the pastors here.
Oh, nice. I would like to get into that debate.
Yeah.
That would be
interesting because we share ideas, but we're not debating.
Not debating per se.
Prove. No.
Who's right?
Debating. We're not debating to prove that somebody has got maybe a superior logic than the other.
Yeah.
But understanding people from a different perspective, from where you're coming from, and all of those things. I'm thinking we should be able to do that.
Yes. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit you up. Now, that is the first song that we actually played,
Thank
right?
you. Shout out to you guys. VMC Planet Radio.
Yeah. What are your conscious songs? Do you have one conscious
rap sessions?
Oof, I think. Are you guys ready for rap sessions?
Rap sessions.
Yes.
Are you really ready?
Yeah. What is the song? What is the song called?
So the song is called Rap Sessions, and it's basically
Do you have it there?
Just elaborating on how you start out as a rapper or as an artist.
Let's
jump into a booth.
Let's hear it.
You want to hear it? Go for it.
Yes,
go
let's
for
play
it.
rap sessions.
Rap sessions.
The saxophone.
I like that already. I like that.
Entertainment. When I talk about hip hop culture, like Dice was talking about earlier on, I embedded this. I was copying dance styles. I was following the James Brown, listening to the Percy Sledge, Diana Ross too. It moved up to the Genuines, the Eminems, the DMX. I could go on and on. Like I started really, really young.
But let me tell you something, right? This song right here, right? That we just played.
That was second to none.
That is second to none song. And I'm telling you, I can promise you now, this song, me and Vision are going to put this song in high rotation.
Thank you so much.
Because you see, this song deserves a spotlight.
Oof.
Because you see, there's a lot of element. We were not debating before you guys came, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about rap.
Yeah.
You know, as a form of art. That included similes,
metaphors, alliterations,
rhymes,
double entendres, wordplay.
But let me tell you what both of you, your flow changed completely. And I'm gonna say it on radio. I mean on tape as well, right? On record.
Yeah.
Okay. It's real now.
No. Seriously, I feel and I felt this song better than the first one. Because the first one, to be honest with you,
it's commercial. It's pop.
You might like it yourself.
Yeah.
But I did not believe it.
Okay. But fair enough. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I did not believe. But this one, you see, when he starts.
My gosh.
do you know? Let me tell you, because there's something that attack, and he sustained it.
Why?
He sustained it. I mean, those pauses, man.
Yeah, the pauses that he said.
I'm not sure if I'm quoting the verse right.
Yeah.
You correct me.
Yeah.
But why do we care about anything in this world? Why do you care for nigga gay?
Gay.
I mean, he's looking at bills. All he cares about is that he gotta pay.
Gay.
Shout out to the niggas born in May, where my father actually grew me up, told me like he was the godfather. I'm like, what?
Let me tell you. Because you see, and we like audibles. And let me tell you, me and Vision, next week, we're gonna use those quotables.
Beautiful.
On this show.
Beautiful.
Because what you wrote there and how you said it. You said it.
That was
it was more believable. If you don't make any other song, and this song, and you made this song, this legendary.
Guys, to that already.
I want to come to you.
His verse.
I want to come to you. You know, you even change your voice, bro.
I change it, bro. That's why I say voiceover. Like when I get into my realm, I want to.
And that flow. The fact that you also like rapped it out for us.
That was powerful.
It's powerful. You believe in those lyrics, man.
I believe in them heavy.
I think there's a quotable.
Heavy.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Yeah, it's just that I'm not sure if I'm coding properly. You know, it's my first time hearing this powerful song. The fact that he's saying there's a lot of fake things in the world.
Yeah.
So what's the point of saying goodbye?
Yeah.
Save that for the other guy, not me. Save it for
like
somebody else.
The greeting wasn't real.
Really wasn't
exactly.
real. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. This got it. Yeah, you're on feature. Shout out. You got it. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you know, it's second to none, and really, it's 17:49. Right? I want to hear what time is it from me.
49? No, I'm gonna wait for a minute.
10 to 8.
I don't mind. Like you told me I was 49. You should have told me I was 51. And I would have been like, oh, 3 minutes is hard. So since we're waiting, we can wait the whole time, Mr. Scanny. We got like how many seconds? Let's see what the watch says. Yep, we got seconds.
You know, he's almost a millennium, right? What
Generation Z, eh? You guys are generation. You're millennial, okay.
Yeah,
okay. You just made it, y'all. I think you're
I'm sick. I'm not confident.
Okay. Now, how tech savvy are you, MG?
Oh, I'm very tech savvy because I'm up on everything. Like that's why I hang out. Like I've got separate friends. I got friends that are my age doing their thing. They got cars, babies, married, whatever the case might be. And I got also homies that are much younger than me. So they might know some things and I'm learning. That's why I always say I'm a leader that's learning. Always, so that I can guide
In fact,
everybody.
in fact, also again on this show, on Second to None, like month end of every, we also have a leadership,
Nice.
Leadership, facility, just to bring
facilitator.
through,
Yeah.
give us hope, tell us one
and
thing.
all of those things. So there's quite a lot that happens to this show, you know, because we believe in people, right?
Yes.
And we believe in everything. You see, if you look at VMC Planet Radio, we say it's beyond tomorrow. But if you read there, what are we passionate about? We're passionate about people.
Yeah,
We
ooh,
also
nice.
and we also have our, you know, mother's company, you know, which is VMC
VMC
Academy.
Academy,
Can you see
nice.
what it says there?
Yeah, creating employers and employees.
That's
Exactly.
the whole point of it.
And
Bringing
then-
quality education to the community for the community. I like that.
Yeah.
You see, so for me, with that song, even if we don't play any other song, I'm
And I feel like they have a tribute to a friend.
no,
We close the show
oh,
with
yeah,
that song.
it's, yeah, we're gonna.
But before we go into anything else, Mr. Stan, you know, we promised the people something. We promised it.
Yeah. Oh yes. Vision. Tell the people what is coming up in October.
All right, guys. So as I said, on the first Saturday of September, I'm going to announce this. VMC, this is their hip hop show, which is none other than Second to None. We've decided to have a rap battle competition. Whoever wins, you'll be crowned VMC Second to None first and ever.
Oof.
First ever.
Oof.
Battle Master. That's the
Yeah.
name of the competition.
Let's go.
If you want to enter, drop us a 30 to 60 second video on Instagram.
Yeah.
Look for the VMC page, post it there, and hashtag Battle Master, hashtag Second to None. So it can be the way you want to type Second to None, but Second to None, the word second, the number, sorry, am I saying it? No.
Yeah, you're
second
right.
two, not the number two, but actually the word TO, and then none. Second to none, guys. Second to none. Hashtag second to none. Hashtag Battle Master. Ensure that you also hashtag VMC Planet Radio. Post that thing to our page. We will pick out of everybody at the end of September. Once we have picked, we will have our top 20. Top 20, you'll be called during the group stages where you'll be split up into groups of 4, meaning there'll be 5 battle cats.
Nice.
Battle cats will take each other out. Then we'll have the decider.
Yeah.
The decider during that time, you will be battling each other until we get the ones who win for the next levels. Mr. Stan asked me not to, but I'm just going to give you a challenge. Some challenges will maybe include you maybe having to make a song. You maybe have to
okay.
make a
I like
list.
that. I
You
like
may
that.
be having to push
I like
something
that.
that we give you.
Exactly.
But for now, how you enter, 30 to 60 second video of you spitting a rhyme. Could be your hardest bars, could be what, just
It doesn't have to have a beat onto it.
Another thing.
It can be a beat, a cappella, anything.
Another thing, we're not calling only English rappers, okay? We want Van rap, we want Kasi rappers,
Hey.
we want if you were MC,
Renac.
we also want females. Like I feel like there's a female MC out there
For sure.
that could body bag.
There's a lot. They
Just come through and body
Yeah.
bag. Like
There's
there's guys
a
who
lot.
are afraid of you. Like I'm serious. Like everybody, this is happening. VMC Planet Radio has worked with Second to None. We have come up with a Battle Master.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not gonna tell you about the prices right now.
No.
That- Nah.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Now, it is that time of the day. It's 5-2. Fulani is
I-
almost here.
Yes, I just have a question. The beat for none other than rap sessions, right?
Yeah.
Y'all still got that beat on you now?
Nah, we don't. Do we have the instrumental?
Nah,
I don't think so.
I think
Our producer didn't send it to us, but he's got it. He's
Okay, now
he
it's
can ask
fine.
for it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do right now, because we've got like 4 minutes,
Yeah.
nah, where it's freestyle
Let's go.
between the 3 people right now. So I'm just an observer.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So let's go. Where? Oh, he says he wants to go first.
Yeah.
I was saying we're saying anything could happen.
All right.
Oh, anything. Okay, let's go. Yeah.
Yo,
Follow me.
Put that volume up. We hearing this beat correct? We'll come to interject, it's specialist, dissect. We got Dice Trader in the building.
Okay.
My apologies.
Yeah.
I gotta speak a little bit more softly. Here we go. Écoute, le monde entier c'est le monde en feu. Parce que le monde ici c'est le monde des jeux. Y'a trop de crimes et de violences faits. Faut qu'on laisse tout ça et on pense à Dieu. Oui, sérieusement, pour toutes les gens. Pour qu'on soit sauvés, on doit faire l'échange. Compliqué ça et on doit pas oublier. Avec les rats foncés, vous allez respirer. Cause I be the specialist. Drop dead gorgeous. Lyrical content, always fresh and flawless. 3rd of May birthday, so I be a tourist. You know how to do zealous when itches with pirates. Never silent, vocal cords is like sirens. Words of venomous proportion, so you cannot bite it. Choke on my words, cause it's a verse without a chorus. You can never replicate the lyrical linguistic lyricist. To agree the economist, on paper I'm dangerous. Pen hit the pad, let the ink flow continuous. It's lineous. Let's go. Pick it up.
Okay.
They've been asking all the questions. Still wanna know where this nigga started. Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that. But I'm on the radio, ready to write it though. But don't really do cause I'm living it out though. This music's in my spirit, in my blood. I don't need to write it cause I'm as smooth as Vaseline. They should be endorsing me. I be doing it, they be writing it, they be starting. Oh wait, these people they be mumbling. I ain't mumbling. I've been writing on my lyrics since I was a little kid. 9 years I started still.
Let's go, Vision. Okay.
Look. 9 years, grade 3. Who flows? Who's me? Who's he? Who's she? That's the question they ask in streets. As soon as you start to spit and actually just murder beats, so every time you do it undercover, it's really blood on sheets. The ways it works, something happens. Sees. I speak the truth and secrets come out the subtle sleeves. Sometimes they wanna talk the seas the way it beats, so then I spit my flow. I see oceans on the seas. Sumo, big heavy voice, standing hard. Cold flow, that's the way I work, no flaws till I though. Every single verse that I spit crack the ozone. With it too bad, this is the way that I'm rapping. Last week we had Edward here, he said he got a bad smell. Well, I didn't fart with it, I fart with it. This is cart with it, fart with it, I got a pause with it. This is hard for it, calm get it. This is speed with it, this is pump with it, pond finish. When I'm with Mr. Stan, you say Eminem with it, get it.
When you want Mr. Stan to say Eminem with it, because I gotta continue to freestyle. You gotta let me on this mic, NGL the specialist, real babies. Mike, come on, a heart attack when you hear me when I say it. Am I about to come to
30 seconds.
I'm kidding. Specialist about to come to hit it, I'm gonna rip it.
Okay, pass it on.
Pass it on, I'ma rip it on, and they still wanna know how I did it. I still go in it. Oh wait, they still wanna know what's my name. That's true, you gonna know with it. Oh wait, I don't wanna go with it. I'm smooth with it like the thong. And she still wanna know me cause I'll be doing this since I've been writing on my
30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds is up.
My 30 seconds now. Chupa Lopez and I did it okay. On the city no face and I put it up face, so I did it again with the roof of the seat. So I could my eyes. You know how we base, so I did it always in a case and a case and a base and a base and I do it for me. Holding my brain, I punch in a face and a case and I do it and I put it up. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, 5, 4, 2, 1.
Y'all got it.
Y'all got it.
Okay, that was Triple S right here at VMC Planet Radio. You know, we enjoyed this. It was fun.
Yeah.
So we are gonna sign off with the song that you
quick shout outs. I want to give a big shout out to Triple S South Squad Society, Mr. Stan Vision. Thank you, VMC Planet Radio. Beyond Tomorrow, second to none. To my whole team, Creed Entertainment, RFS Entertainment. Love you guys. To all our supporters, please keep supporting us.